Did you know that an untreated sinus infection can spread to the brain? Yes, that's right. What most people don't know is how dangerous sinusitis can be. If left untreated, sinus infections in the rear center of one's head can spread into the brain. This can lead to life-threatening conditions like meningitis or brain abscess. What you must understand is that because the walls of the sinuses are thin, the sinuses share blood vessels and lymph drainage pathways with the eyes and parts of the central nervous system. Now, when acute bacterial sinusitis occurs, it can go beyond just pain due to nasal congestion and lead to dangerous complications, such as infections of the eye and its surrounding tissue, and that can lead to blindness, drooping eyelids, seizures, and the inability to move the neck forward. Hi, I'm David. If you're suffering from mild or chronic sinus infections, if you've had enough of the painful and debilitating symptoms associated with recurring sinusitis, such as facial pain and pressure, runny or congested nose, itchy throat and eyes, if you're tired of taking antibiotics and steroid sprays that don't seem to cure your sinusitis, and if you wish to actually heal this condition and finally prevent its recurrence and the risks associated with it, then I've got some great news for you and a more compelling reason why you need to stick with me for the next 3 minutes. Listen, I know chronic sinusitis can be quite painful and dangerous and also frustrating. Trust me, I've been there. But rest assured, you're definitely not alone and you're not without options. You see, over the past year alone, over 37,000 people have already successfully used the system I'm about to share with you to heal their sinusitis naturally and regain their lives. And as unbelievable as it may sound now, if you use the method I'm about to reveal, I promise you, as soon as tomorrow morning, you will never suffer from sinus infection symptoms again, even if you've been struggling with your sinusitis for decades. Did you know that Americans spend about $2 billion per year on drugs and treatments to stop sinus infections and related symptoms? And if you think about it, there's a strong reason why these medications and over-the-counters will never bring permanent relief for your sinusitis condition. Pretty much all steroid or antibiotic medications only address the symptoms of your infection by lowering your immune response or killing the good bacteria in your gut in the process, thus leaving your digestive system more vulnerable to viruses, bacteria, fungi, and even cancer. No matter which one of these medications you take, all you get is a little Band-Aid placed over the chronic and potentially risky sinus infections. And surprisingly, the majority of men and women with sinusitis run on this hamster wheel, trying this and that, hoping to feel better, not knowing they can heal their sinus infection on their own simply and quickly. Since 2007, we've helped thousands of people suffering from all types of sinus infections at all levels of severity, from viral, bacterial, or allergic sinus infections to severe and chronic sinusitis. This year, we're on track to help 70,000 sinusitis sufferers achieve freedom from the debilitating symptoms of sinus infection. The techniques outlined in the Sinusitis Miracle program have already been used by people in over 193 countries to eliminate the need for steroid drugs, antibiotics, and over-the-counters. These same sinus infection healing protocols are backed by over 150 scientific studies from some of the world's top scientific journals and proven by renowned doctors and medical researchers from around the globe. Using the 7-step program alone, we helped anyone stop any sinus infection symptom at any level of severity, usually within 12 hours and often almost instantaneously. And what's more exciting is that more than 90% of our customers report experiencing a tremendous feeling of rejuvenation. They feel lighter, younger, happier, healthier, and more energetic. And this system will also do something even more important. It will immediately reduce your chances of developing meningitis, brain abscess, eye infections, and seizures, and other related and dangerous conditions to virtually 0%. How come? Because this method also destroys the most significant cause of sinusitis. Even if chronic sinusitis runs in your family or you think you're genetically predisposed to it. Over the past 10 years, I've personally gotten to know and appreciate the creator of Sinusitis Miracle. His name is Mark Digney. Mark lives with his wife Debbie and their 2 children just outside of Long Beach, California. The story of how he learned to cure his 12-year chronic sinus infections is fascinating and heartbreaking. It's been 13 years since Mark experienced a sinus infection symptom or has taken any prescription medication. And in this short presentation, Mark will teach you about this simple and incredibly effective way of healing your sinusitis permanently, the holistic way. Now, imagine waking up tomorrow morning and experiencing no symptoms of sinus infection again. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and experiencing no symptoms of sinus infection ever again. Imagine never suffering again from a congested nose, facial pain or pressure, a runny nose, or itchy eyes and throat. Imagine breathing freely, feeling healthy and younger, and flowing with pure, vibrant energy. Now, if you simply watch this presentation until the end and do exactly what it says, I personally promise that 7 days from now, you'll feel like an entirely new person. So without further ado, here's Mark.